Hi, we're live. So, how will Black families know it's time to leave the United States? This is for you, whether your plan right now is to stay in the United States of America and wait things out, or if you're feeling a panicked sense of urgency that you need to leave now, right? Or you're somewhere in the middle, like our 26,000 member Facebook community who is making a plan and putting that plan into to place. Okay, this video is for you. We're talking about this because we have moved abroad. We moved abroad years ago, and because we've helped thousands of Black women and their families do the same thing. So today we want to talk about a strategy, a plan, right? So that you don't end up stranded in the United States of America or stranded in a new country with no plan, no money, no resources. Okay, that's what we're going to talk about today. Welcome to the Exodus Summit
Welcome.
YouTube channel.
Hello, hello. Hi, my name is Rashida Dow, and I am one of the co-hosts and co-founders of Exodus Summit. I have lived in Mexico for 6 years. I've been out of the US since 2018. I'm not going back.
We're not going back. Hi, my name is Stephanie Perry, the other co-founder of Exodus Summit. I'm in Bogota, Colombia. I have been bopping around the world since September of 2015. Just got myself a home in Bogota. And I really, really am glad to not be in the United States of America today. Okay. So if you're feeling whatever you're feeling, okay, some of you might be feeling like, what's the big deal? I'm just going to wait this out. Stay with us. Stay with us. Let us talk about this. If you're feeling like it's urgent, I got to go now. I got to go. Forget a plan. Forget the money. Forget all of this. Let me just go and I'll figure it out. Leap and the net will appear. Stay with us. Okay. Let's talk about these things together. We know how to do this. What we know is we know how to help families leave the United States. So let's work on this plan together today. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, friends in the chat. How's everybody?
They are doing well in the chat. Busy, lots going on. If you're watching this and it's still Friday, September 19th, I need to tell you something, and that is today is the last day of our early bird pricing for our event, Exodus Summit 2025. That will be the 6th year we host Exodus Summit, which is an event for Black women who want to move themselves and their families, or just themselves, overseas. This year's theme is more move abroad money because we are helping you tackle different ways that you can earn money, either earn money, more money doing what you're doing now, or create a new income stream for yourself. That is our plan for the summit, and we really hope to see you there. Now, like I said, if you're watching this on the 19th, the price goes up tomorrow. If you're watching this after the 19th, we've been told y'all. We done told y'all prices were going up. But we did want to give you an opportunity and say this up front so that if you forgot that today is the 19th, because I forget all the time what the day is. If you forgot today was the 19th, this is our reminder to you. Pricing goes up at the end of the day today. The end of the US New York City day today.
Yeah. Eastern time, midnight Eastern time, prices are higher. Okay. All right. ExodusSummit.com is where you go to get your tickets for Exodus Summit 2025, More Move Abroad Money. Arlen Hamilton is coming to talk about memberships and community as a way to make money. I'm trying to remember. I always try to remember the sessions that most people have like starred. And then I did that one.
Adelia is one of them. Adelia is talking about making the money you currently have make more money for you, because what's the point of having any money if it's not money? Should do what you tell it to do, right? It should do what you tell it to do. And in this session, we're going to tell it to make more money for ourselves.
That's right.
So that's one. Stephanie Perry is going to talk to you about ways that you can use YouTube to generate more business for your existing or new business.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Sorry. And then we have a session on freelancing, session on like contract work where you work part of the year, but you make a full year's income. So ExodusSummit.com, check out the sessions. We're going to be announcing even more sessions. Okay. There are even more sessions to come. Some we're super excited about. Okay. We're going to be announcing more sessions very soon. But ExodusSummit.com, look at the speakers roster, look at the sessions. If there's one or two sessions right now that you think, oh, this is for me, we're here to tell you that session alone is worth the full ticket price. You only need one session at Exodus Summit 2025 to change your life. You need one session to get your Move Abroad money. Okay. The other sessions will be helpful. You'll enjoy them. You'll like going to them. But it takes one of these steps, one of these money makers to make the money to move. Okay.
And if you just saw my Grinch smile, I'm gonna call it that from now on. If you just saw that, you know we are bringing some new stuff. We're bringing some content and some speakers that you guys are gonna get really excited about.
Yeah.
But we're not ready to announce yet because we're just in the finalizing stages. So all that to say, we are here to talk about when Black families will leave the USA. Yeah. But for our regulars who were like, I'm gonna do it on the 19th, but you forgot today's the 19th, this is your last reminder. It's the 19th. Okay, Stephanie, how will Black families know it's time to leave the USA?
So I think what I want to do is highlight yours and my differences of opinions. Rashida and I had a really good conversation today, and Rashida was like, most of the time we agree on stuff. There is this is, I think, a thing that we probably disagree on. The person who shows up in our community and who's like, it's urgent, it's go time, I got to move, and I got to move yesterday. I think we have different advice for that person.
Okay, what's your advice?
My advice, okay, I think if your body and your mind and your heart and your brain are telling you you need to go, maybe, friend, you need to go. And I think that it's okay to, neither one of us are leap and the net will appear people. But I think my opinion, my advice might be more leap in the net will appear. It might be more, here are some things that you can do today and then figure it out later, right? I'm a house sitter. I can get a place to sit anywhere in the world and have free accommodation anywhere in the world. And sometimes, listen, if everything in you is telling me I need to go, maybe, friend, you need to go, book you a house sit, get somewhere, and figure out a more long-term plan after you're in a more calmed down state. Now, can you get into a calmed down state when you don't have money and you don't have income? Personally, I can, but I have my net, I do have a net, and it's Connie Perry and my dad. My mom and my dad, I have access to things that would make me be a little okay with somebody just getting out of this country, get out of that country. We're not in the country. Getting out of that country and then figuring things out later. And I don't think that is something that you would tell people to do.
So I'm going to disagree with you here. But what I'm disagreeing with you about is that I wouldn't tell people to do that. I think I agree with the premise that if it's your body's telling you it's time to go, it's time to go. Because if you're in a state where you're under that kind of immense pressure that we can feel, the urgency, the franticness.
Yeah,
go back to that
frantic.
One. It's best to get out of that state, right, as quickly as possible. But what I find a lot of franticness is not a good engine to push you towards your next move. And that's where I think Stephanie and I, the way we talk about it differs more than anything, right? I think that when bad things happen, whatever you might call that, whatever you might consider a bad thing, when bad things happen in the US, we often have people who frantically feel like they need to leave today. And thinking about leaving today and realistically leaving in the next 7 days or the next 30 days just isn't realistic for a lot. It's realistic for some people, right? It's not realistic for a lot of people. And so coming in with frantic energy because something bad happened, you got to do something now, and then feeling like you're setting a deadline in your brain that isn't really realistic isn't a good way to set yourself up for success in your move. Now, I do think you should leave as quickly as possible, but I think what as quickly as possible looks like is going to be different for a lot of people. And it's not going to be what you think it might be the very first day you think about it, right? For some people, they're like, oh, I won't be able to leave for like 6 years. Baby, you can leave in 6 months if you want to, right? And some people are going to be like, I need to leave in the next 30 days. And it's like, what if it was 90? What if you could make it maybe 60 days instead of 30? Would you have a much better plan? Would you not feel like everything has to be done now? Like I've got to declutter the house, so I'm just throwing everything in the trash can kind of
Right.
energy, right? Like I don't think that's the best way to move forward. And I think that might lead to some regret. So I think we're saying the same thing, just in different ways. That's how I disagree.
Good. Okay, good. Yeah, I feel for people who feel frantic. I feel for that. I don't, what we don't want, Rashida's right. What we don't want is you making decisions out of that frantic energy. Okay, so if you're, what can we say to people who are like, my plan for me and my family is to stay in the United States and just wait this out a couple years?
Will there be a United States in a couple of years? And will it be one you recognize? They already thrown away the First Amendment. There are a couple of amendments that are real important to us, right? There are a couple of amendments that are foundational, to use that word, right, to our experience in the US.
Yeah.
When they're ready to put those on the chopping block, right? Are you willing to wait through that?
Yeah, I am more concerned. I'm less concerned about the frantic person. I'm more concerned about the I'm just going to wait this out family. Because so yeah, I don't know. We don't want to turn this into a countdown of all the terrible things that are happening in the United States. You already know, but like DC, the federal government just decided that DC, they were going to lower the age where a child can be tried as an adult.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Not the district, not DC, but the federal government decided that now this is how DC operates. Now at 14, you can be tried as an adult.
I think that's related to now that you're 14, you can have relations with adults. I think that's the next thing coming. You're an adult at 14. Think of all the things that change if you're an adult at 14. I think that's time. I think we got all them big pervs in there with power, and that's tied to it.
So families who are thinking, we're just going to wait this out, please get a plan. Okay, let's get a plan. Let's get an exit plan together. There are women in this community today, women in this chat today. If you're watching the replay, hello friends in the future, you can still see the chat. Open up click on the little thing. YouTube changed things, but you can probably still see the chat. A lot of these women are already out or already have a plan. Can we have a little roll call about where you are in this process, friends? Anyone already out? Anyone have a residency? Anyone have a residency appointment somewhere? Anyone have a house on the market or a house that just sold? If y'all don't mind giving a roll call so that new people to this conversation can see that like we're really on the move, that we're really making progress and that this is really possible for real people.
Mm-hmm. Kim is moving her timeline up. June 2026. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Hi, Kim. Yes. All right. You and your husband. Is your mother-in-law coming too? None of my business.
I think she is.
But I
think that was part of the plan originally.
Okay, good. Okay, good. All right. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Minimal Pete 2026, summer 2026 is the goal. I can't get it. I don't know. I'm having a hard time using technology, but I did see that. And someone else said they were working on residency, sent paperwork to the consulate. Kiki, I can't get things on the screen. I don't know. It don't like me. Okay. Elaine, I'm retired and now going to do the house sitting for 2026. Wonderful. House sitting is one of the things. So, house sitting won't be a live session in Exodus Summit 2025, but it is a session in 2025. So, if you're like, wait a minute, free accommodation around the world, house sitting, tell me about this. It is included in Exodus Summit 2025 schedule. You know, we can only put so much on the schedule.
Mhm.
And so it will be a session, but it'll be a probably, I keep saying probably, it will be a pre-recorded session that you'll get once the summit starts. Shantae got her passport.
Mm-hmm.
Well done, Shantae.
Oh, Tukende spoke to the principal of a school where she will enroll her kids in, I can never say, I can never say it.
Look, y'all, let me tell y'all what happened today. So Rashida and I
No,
talked.
no.
Rashida gonna act, the reporter's name.
No.
We spoke to Alizé today. Her name was Alizé. She's French, Francais. Okay. Rashida gonna act like
2 E's on the Alizé.
Rashida gonna act like she don't know how to pronounce Alizé. I was like, girl, I know you went to college in the 90s. You know how to say Alizé.
I wanted to make sure it was the same. And it wasn't. She was like, it's Alizé. It was, there was like the Z was an S. It was slightly different. Thank you very much.
Look at Rashida acting brand new, act like she don't know Alizé.
I know a little something about Alizé. A little something. Okay, so a lot of you are ready, but I'm finding some interesting comments in the chat, which is Anthea says, and I'm seeing something, why the urgent move out of the USA? Surely there are pros and cons for all countries. Take it away, Stephanie.
We don't live in the United States of America and we feel pretty good. Okay. Are you feeling pretty good, Anthea? When you have to go out and engage with your neighbors and your coworkers, do you feel safe and secure? When you need to call the police when something happens in your family, or in your house, somebody breaks into your house, do you feel confident that you're going to walk away from that alive? What's happening in the United States? Rashida just said they're rolling back rights day by day, right? So they struck down Roe v. Wade, and a lot of people felt like, well, that's not going to affect me. But not like the ending of the First Amendment. Okay, when do they get to our amendment? When do they get to the amendment that gave us, that made us human beings? How much
Listen,
longer?
ladies, y'all not gonna be voting in like 2 years. So like, let's keep it real. Maybe less than that.
Girl, like seriously.
You may not be a human, right? You may not be categorized as a whole person in the next 5. So I would consider that urgent. If people can just throw, you saw that in the Smithsonian, they had removed, under his request, had removed certain amendments from, yes, right. They had removed them from the display as if they didn't exist. That's just future proofing, right? Like that's just planning for the day when they don't actually exist. Because if you don't see them, you don't know they're missing.
Okay.
I don't want to be a slave. I don't want to be owned by anyone.
The cons of Bogota, Colombia do not include me being thrown into prison and then sold into slavery. My dad used to be like, what's going to happen is, when I was on my way to Vietnam and Thailand and Cambodia for my year of travel, he said, I'll tell you what's going to happen. They'll arrest you for nothing. They'll throw you into prison and they'll sell you into slavery. Now look who's getting arrested for nothing, thrown into prison, and sold into slavery. It's people in America, not Vietnam, in America, in the country that, the land of the free, is the land of, we'll do whatever we can get away with. And that includes arresting you for nothing, throwing you into prison, selling you into slavery. I feel like more people should feel like they need to have an exit strategy. I'm telling you, I'm more concerned about what's the problem than I am about it's urgent. I need to figure this out. I'm frantic. That's how I feel. Maybe I don't live there. Maybe I have a whole different idea because the news is telling me whatever. But I don't think so. I think being not in the United States gives us a better, clearer picture of what's happening because we're seeing the whole picture. We can't hear you, Pumpkin. Okay. Okay, I'll carry on. You know I can carry on.
Am I back?
You're back.
Okay. They're talking about revoking passports if you say anything bad about. They got a list. First, it was just Israel, and now it's Israel and Charlie Kirk.
So the president called Antifa a terrorist organization. Soon they will have people declared terrorists just for saying, I don't like this, right?
I don't like
I
fascism.
disagree.
I'm against fascism. It's going to have y'all on a list. And if you're not against it, okay. But they're going to find some reason to put you on a list. And you're not going to have rights. Like that, it sounds crazy to say, because our whole life, if you're in your 40s, 50s, 60s, like this, all we know about this country is built on freedom of speech, right? All we know is built on like, this is what the Constitution says, this is what the Bill of Rights says, et cetera, et cetera. And they are rolling it back like we at Walmart. It's just roll back, roll back, roll back. I don't know how that doesn't create some urgency for you, right? Like other countries aren't perfect. I guarantee I put easy money on the fact that I am not going to die at the hands of police or a mass shooting in Mexico. I can't save it in the US. The last time I got pulled over in the US, as I was getting pulled over in my brain, I kept thinking, this is not how I die. This is 2016. This is not how I die. This is not how I die. This is not how. This is what I'm telling myself as I'm getting pulled over back up. Yeah. This is not how I die. This is not how I die. This is not how I die. Now I be walking past the street and waving at the cops. Hey, y'all doing? Right?
Mm-hmm. Asking for directions, asking for help.
Asking for directions. I have a question I would like you to answer. Hello. Yes. You on the job. Let's talk, right? That's what I'm doing when I see police here. I'm not avoiding them. I'm not feeling scared. Mm-hmm. Nothing about how I felt in 2016. Nothing has happened to improve it over time. Mm-hmm. Right?
That's right.
Nothing's happened to improve race relations, rights, et cetera, in this country. So everyone doesn't need to feel urgent, right? If you don't feel urgency, there's nothing. Listen, you know what country you live in. If you don't feel it, you don't feel it. But more people should be feeling the pull now than before.
So if moving abroad seems really like a foreign concept and you don't even know how you would possibly do it, welcome to the Exodus Summit community. Join us, exodussummit.com/community. Join us. It's like our whole thing. It's what we do. You need to figure out a few moving parts to be able to move abroad. One of the main moving parts is how much is it going to cost where I'm going, and how do I get that money? If you already have retirement income or benefits, or you've got savings, you've got assets, you've got investment income, you may have enough money to go to some places where you can have a nice life. If not, you may have a job already that you can take remote, right? We're not proponents of don't tell your job where you are, pretend like you're in the United States when you're not. Absolutely not, because they will fire you as soon as they find out. And then you're stuck like Chuck, out with no job, okay? But your job may be the way that you support yourself in another country. It may be the very job you have today. It may be a different remote job. It may be a new job. One of the sessions in Exodus Summit will help. A couple of the sessions in Exodus Summit 2025 will help those of you who want an actual job, but need to be somewhere else in the world. But for most of us in this community, it's something a little different. It's some other way that we make money from anywhere in the world. Freelancing, consulting, things like that, coaching, teaching online, teaching abroad, okay? Those happen to also be sessions that are happening in Exodus Summit 2025, which is why we're telling you, you only need a session. If you see one session, when you go to exodussummit.com, one session that would be helpful to you, it's worth the ticket price. Get your all access pass is $89 today. It will not be $89.
The weekend pass. Shouldn't say that. Can't see that. Rewind. The weekend pass is the $89 today, the all access pass. And the weekend pass gives you the ability to watch the videos until the end of October.
Mm-hmm.
So about a little bit more than 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
The all access pass gives you access to watch it until the end of September 2026. So you'll have a year to watch all the content. If you want to rewind and watch, maybe you want to try one money making method and see if it works. And maybe it works great, but you have time to add another. So you try another one. Maybe next February, you have time to watch more and figure out what else you want to do. Or your first one, you're like, I tried it, I don't like it. Let me try something else in December, right? You'll have that year to figure out what it is you like and what you want to do.
That's right. That's right. Thank you for fixing that. Because y'all not gonna get me in trouble with Rashida talking about you done promised or what? For how much?
No. All right. So Chosen Light asks, what kind of jobs can someone without a degree do? And I think it's such a hard question to ask because degree or not, everyone has different skill sets, right? Like you have some skills. I don't know what they are. But this summit isn't necessarily about finding a new job. There are some things about how to get be more qualified within your current field, right? There's how to negotiate for more pay. We're having sessions like that. But a number of the sessions are about work that you can do on your own, be your own boss without a degree, right? Without coming in with nothing but your brain and your hands, right? How can you make some money, right? So Arlen Hamilton's going to talk about memberships. If there's something that you are good at, Stephanie and I are good at helping women move abroad. So we have a membership that helps women move abroad, right? If you're good at cooking sweet potatoes, you could have a membership that's all about sweet potatoes, a little Patreon that's all about the different ways you can cook sweet potatoes. You're going to rack up in November, I tell you. The fall is yours. So we're going to talk about different things that you don't need a degree to do. And part of the reason we don't really focus on like getting jobs so much is that some of you are going to be able to get remote jobs, but some of you are going to have like you're going to be able to find work from home jobs that aren't fully remote. And what we want you to do is to be able to go to a new country and be totally independent of what someone else wants you to do.
Yeah.
That's also going to require a lot of the countries you might think of going to, you're probably not going to want to get a job on the ground there either, degree or not. That's right. The minimum wage when I moved to Mexico was $8 a day, $8 American dollars a day. And now it's, I think, $12 a day. Mm-hmm. You're not working nowhere for $12 a day. Listen, degree, no degree, you now working for $12 a day. Right. And so we're like, how can we help give you tools that will help you make enough money so that you don't have to maybe work a 40-hour week or a 60-hour week. You can work a week that is based on what your expenses are, right? Figuring out your expenses and figuring out how many hours you need to work to make those expenses. But we're not focused on jobs for people with degrees at the summit. So.
But I think I'm going to give you, listen, you asked me a question. I'm going to give you an answer. Okay. Mm-hmm. I think Chosen Light, I think a couple of sessions you may be interested in teaching abroad, especially there's a TEFL certification that you don't need a degree to get to be able to teach English as a foreign language to teach English in another country. So that teaching abroad session might be of interest to you. And another one popped into my head. Oh, trading. Terry Ijeoma is coming to talk trading. So we have sessions for those of you who want to make money doing, whether you want an actual job, like you want to teach in a school, or you want to do something like trading or have a membership community or sell a course on something. And then certifications. Coach Vet Jet is coming to teach on some simple certifications, like certifications that you can get online that make you more attractive to remote employers. So we've given you a variety of ways to approach this. A lot of times this conversation seems to be only attractive to people who have a certain amount of money, like have money and have a lot of income or a lot of savings or investment income. But the women in this community who are making it work include women with no degree, women with who are doing something like teaching English in a school in Thailand, or teaching English online, or waking up making some trades in the stock market every day until she gets enough money for the day, and then she closes her laptop and goes out and lives her life. Those are some of the sessions that I would star. When you sign up at exodussummit.com for the Exodus Summit 2025, it lets you choose which sessions you want to make sure you get alerted about. You're registered for all of those sessions. But if you want to make sure, I don't want to miss, if you don't want to miss the trading session, if you don't want to miss teaching abroad, if you don't want to miss simple certifications, if you don't want to miss freelancing, star them, come to them. But block off your whole weekend for the summit. Yeah, Joel. Yeah, so Terry Ijeoma is a well-known trader and teacher of trading. She teaches instead of teaching the stock market as a long game, which is how most of us invest. We put our money in there, we let it sit there, and by the time we're ready to retire, there's more money than there was. But Terry teaches trading, which we often call day trading, but some of these trades take more than a day. But you buy and sell stocks for a profit, hopefully, more quickly. So yes to that. Terry Ijeoma, she's well known. People are very excited. We're all very excited that she's coming, because this is a Black woman who has helped Black women make the money. We like to make it a money. So the answer is yes, Jewel.
Okay. Question from Shantae. Oh, wait. Oh,
Sorry.
yay.
Sorry, that's me.
Yay. All right. I'm going to answer a question from Shantae real quick. Is the weekend pass only last year materials? You cannot at this point buy any Exodus Summit content except what's coming up this year. So the weekend pass is move abroad money. It's not last year's stuff. It's new stuff. And you get, like I said, about 2 weeks to watch all of it. We call it a weekend pass, but you get the 2 weeks from October 10th when it starts to October 31st. You can watch all of the material. So no, it's not all material. It's you can watch the sessions happen live, and you can watch the replays. Yes. Until the end of October.
Yes. Okay, yeah, all new stuff. All new sessions, new speakers, new stuff, new community, new stuff.
What haven't we? Back to how Black families will know it's time to leave the USA. What else do you want to say about that?
Let's talk about the family, what family means. Some of you will be able to move yourselves first and have a place for other people to come. If you're waiting for your parents, your in-laws, your adult children to be ready to go before you make your move, I don't think that's not the only way to do it. You also can go and get rooted in a place or something, at least get a place to stay if you want. And then that makes it easier for them if they need to join you or want to join you. You don't have to wait for the whole family to go for you to go. I'm here. My parents are in exotic Dover, Delaware, and I have residency. My apartment is in Bogota, Colombia, but I have a residency visa for a residency card for Mexico, right? And Mexico will let me reunify my family right now. So if they needed to join me somewhere, it could be here or it could be Mexico without me having to wait for them to be ready to leave. They may never, right? Delaware, they may feel safer in Delaware than you should feel in other states, Florida, Texas, right? They probably feel safer in Delaware. But if they needed to go, I have a home right here. I got an extra bedroom or 2 or 3 right here where they could join, and I don't have to wait on them to be ready to be ready. A lot of you with adult children or with parents or with siblings, you can go and prepare a place for them to join you.
Keep
I
going.
see Chanel's question. Can you extend? Okay, if you buy the weekend pass today and then you want to upgrade to the all access pass, absolutely. You can all access. You can upgrade to the all access pass.
Mhm.
So if you're not sure yet, or if you don't, whatever, if you want to make sure you get the early bird price for the weekend pass today, go ahead and get your weekend pass today and you can upgrade later. I think that's what you're asking, right, Chanel? Can you extend before October 31st? Yes. And then, yes, if so, then October 31st, you would, after on November 1st, you would lose access to the summit replays, but then you decide you want more replays. Absolutely. You can upgrade. Everyone who's already bought the weekend pass has an email in your inbox right now with the title of something about how to upgrade or last day to upgrade or something like that. And you'll get that email a few more times. Everyone who has a weekend pass. So yes, you can extend later if you decide that you want to do that. So you have time. You can watch this. You can come to the summit. You can watch the replays, and then you can say, do I need this for longer? Some of these sessions, if you come and you're a good note taker, you may not need a full year of replays. And then some of these sessions, when you come, you're going to be like, I need to watch this again and again. I need to, right? Follow the steps as she lays them out. Because one thing our speakers do is they lay out the steps, right? This is not a session about an overview. It's not a summit about giving you the inspiration to do something. This is a summit that gives you the steps on how to do it. So the long answer, Chanel, the answer is yes, you can extend later. And it's easy to do, easy to do.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, welcome back.
Thank you. All right, so is there anyone who's unsure if now is the right time for them to leave?
Yeah.
Christine says the amount of Black people that don't have a passport is frightening, and now they're going to make it harder to get one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Your time to start prepping was yesterday. And if you didn't start prepping yesterday, your time is today. Right?
That's right. It seems crazy. Like, why would a country do this? But why would a country do anything? Right? Why would they do any of the stuff that they've done in the last 8 years or 400 years? Yeah. So passports, get a passport. If you need to renew it right now. Like if your passport comes up for renewal in the next year or two, I would just renew it now, I think. And then start working on your peace out protocol. We call it the peace out protocol, right? Start working on the protocol. We laid out some of the questions. Where am I going and what does it cost there? Some people start with that question. Other people start with how much money do I have access to and where can I live on that money, right? And then what do I do about my stuff and what do I do about my people and what about my house? And then healthcare, how do I cover healthcare? Healthcare is really easy. We had healthcare month just recently in our membership. It's a really easy thing to navigate when you leave the United States. You get that peace out protocol together a step at a time, but the most pressing step for almost everyone is the money. How am I going to make money in a new place? That's why Exodus Summit 2025's theme is more move abroad money. Once you get that knocked out, the rest of it you can do. You can navigate the rest of that.
Okay. I'm back with comments again.
Okay, welcome back.
Here's the thing. Don't show up in my house being disingenuous. Don't show up in my house playing about anything I said. If you're for real, which I don't think you are, I think you're just trolling.
No.
You would have looked at the summit calendar and seen that we will have, you don't see them all yet. You will have seen at least 10 substantive sessions of different ways to make money, right? And 1 keynote. There will be more than that. There's some more coming, but you will have seen that already.
What's coming?
So if trading is only 1 of 10 you can see right now, why would you show up here with this? You can't out-troll me. It's not what we do. But thank you for allowing us to talk about what else is happening at the summit. Yeah. But no, trading is not the only way to do this.
No, because neither one of us.
Neither one of us trade. But we know women who are living like Sandra.
Mm-hmm.
Sandra is living her best life in Thailand solely through trading. And I think maybe not some savings.
She's
But I don't
retired.
think she's touching her,
Yeah.
she's not touching her savings. I think
it.
she's just living on the money she trades.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If women can live abroad on the revenue from an income stream, we're going to talk about that income stream.
You got that right. We don't. Inside with Black women, we do not gatekeep.
Now, I'm guessing Met a Guide is not a Black woman, and they think they're being funny.
I agree with that. I think
go home, child. Go home. You're not ready. All right. But look at this. Lita says, I'm late. I forgot about the early bird. And that's one of the reasons we're here. The other reason, of course, is because some of y'all BSing and think it's going to be okay. And what's happening now isn't really going to impact you. And, well, find a place you like on this planet. Spend a lot of time there. And if that is the U.S. for you, I have questions, but I'm not going to ask you right now.
What do we think about Puerto Rico? Would you, so we were asked today, would we live in the U.S.? Would you live in Puerto Rico though? Don't get mad at me. Okay, Puerto Rico. And listen, this is Hispanic Heritage Month. Don't get mad at me. I understand. I barely understand the U.S.'s relationship with Puerto Rico. Don't get mad at me.
Okay, so I have Puerto Rican family because you know, Caribbean. we got somebody at every island. Mm-hmm. And so it is a place I could easily go to and have a network. Okay. I would not live in Puerto Rico for the same reason I wouldn't live in Hawaii, and people don't want us there.
Okay. Fair.
They got enough. Listen, the man was throwing paper towels at them. They have enough issues going on that are not. There's nothing happening to subside them, right? There's nothing happening really to help them. I wouldn't do it.
Okay.
And then you're still in the U.S.
Yes. That's the main. Yes. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Love Hawaii. I want to visit it so bad again. Can't do it because
no. Well, once the breakup happens and some states become countries again, it'll be better, I think, for Hawaii. I think that'll be better for Hawaii.
I hope so. I hope they get independence.
Yeah. Tiffany, is it feasible trying to grow a U.S.-based business while living abroad? If you mean like a U.S.-based online business, 1,000%, right? It's what we do. If you mean an in-person U.S.-based business, it depends on your comfort with having things in other people's hands. Let's say you start a cleaning business, right? And you're never going to be there to clean. And when someone calls out, so you have to have someone in charge of finding replacements or whatever. That depends on how you feel about that. But if you mean a US-based business that is online that you can do from anywhere, I would consider a freelancer to have a US-based business, but it doesn't matter where in the world that freelance writer or freelance accountant is. I don't know if you call them freelance accountants, but y'all know what I'm saying.
Couple things. Tiana said, I renewed my passport while wearing my Exodus Summit t-shirt. I'm a pick last year. Couldn't see the words in the passport, but still. All the love. The ABX girl says, plus the expense for the issuance of first passport is expensive, and many of us are trying to just get food. My friends are fortunate to get our renewed passports. Yes, but the price is not going to go down. Right? This is not me saying you should skip food in order to get a passport. This is me saying that it's never going to get better than it is right now. Right? Your opportunities and access to leave the country, it's only going to be more hurdles, not less. Right? So prioritize as you got to prioritize.
We're make more money kind of women, right? We're not necessarily cut your expenses kind of women. We're make more money. These sessions in Exodus Summit 2025 are designed to help you make more money, whether it's supplementing the income that you already have or it's the sole source of your income. This is designed to help you make more money. That's how I'm living my life.
Mm-hmm.
The making more money solved problems for me, right? I
Mm-hmm.
made $22 an hour as a pharmacy technician, and my whole year was like, I can't wait until I don't need to pay this heating bill. But I wasn't caught up. So maybe April, May, June, my electric bill has gone down significantly, but I'm not caught up until July, right? And now I only have August and September before the bill's back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Making more money has solved those problems for me. Making more money and then also being in a less expensive place. My
Mm-hmm.
electric bill, so $200, $350 electric bills in Wilmington, Delaware in the wintertime. I just paid a $12 electric bill. My landlord made me pay it in person. I just paid my $12 electric bill here in Bogota, Colombia. Making more money and also being in a place where things cost less has changed my life. And that's not an exaggeration.
I want to highlight this as well. S-Ray lives in Mexico based on rental property income and compound interest sustains me well into my future.
Yeah. Great.
Tell your money what to do. I want you to pay me, right? Like pay, like run me. Hey, money, give me some more. Multiply, right? Make your money multiply. And that it's, I say that and it sounds kind of flippant. That's not what I mean. But I mean, I was once a human who went to the ATM and could not get cash out because I did not have $20, right? I had to go from that to a human who made different choices with their money. And now I can be sustained by dividends and interest, etc. It took a long time, but if I never started, I would not be here. I also used to live by an ATM where you get out dollar bills, any multiple of one.
Single dollar? I've seen I know where the $5 ATMs were near me.
The ATM 2 blocks from my house was one. Oh, I went there the first time. I was like, oh, I just moved to Columbus and I wasn't completely familiar with the neighborhood. And I went there and I was like, oh, I live in the hood. Like,
Good. This is the
all right. My home is squarely in the hood. I see it. Safe, clean, fine, go whatever. Being a good steward of money is a thing that happens with practice, not with hope. And so getting to a place like S-Ray where you just live in your life and bills are paying themselves takes work, takes energy, but it does not happen unless you start, right? Exodus Summit could be the start for you. Mm-hmm. It could. We have a speaker coming in who's not announced yet, who's going to talk to you about, I'm just going to say it. Can I just say it?
You're the boss. You the lawyer. Okay.
Some of you so this is a secret announcement we weren't expecting. But Dasha Kennedy, who is known online as the Broke Black Girl, is going to talk about going from broke, right? Like what happens when you don't have a firm financial foundation, going from broke and getting to a place where you're comfortable with money, right? Because that's truly the first step. Broke or scared of money and getting to comfortable with money, leaps, and anything after that, anything after getting comfortable with money is so much easier than if you're broke or scared of money. Mm-hmm. So much easier when you're comfortable with money. And I would say even scared is harder than broke. Because we all gonna be broke at some point, right? Like broke is just a state, right? But scared is a feeling. You can go from scared of money to comfortable with money. That's really important. And Dasha is gonna help us with that. How many of you guys know her? The Broke Black Girl on IG. She just wrote a book. Mm-hmm. And I don't know off the top of my head.
All right. Okay. If you hear this whole section muted after when you're watching the replay, it's okay. We'll tell you later what we said.
Yes.
Let's see. Cheryl's asking, what do you suggest of someone who has not visited that country yet? Good question, Cheryl. Listen, quite a few people move to a place that they haven't visited yet. The way that works, the way that it becomes okay is if you get there and you're okay with picking up and going someplace else if it just doesn't work for you. Sometimes we don't know. We don't know what we don't know. I thought I was going to move to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, because it ticks off all the boxes, including their language is easy to learn. Bahasa Malaysia is allegedly an easy language for English speakers to learn. Great cost of living. There's beaches and the city. Kuala Lumpur is the city, but the beach is not hard to get to. And I thought I was going to get there. I didn't realize that I couldn't handle that temperature. If I had moved to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia with 4 to 6 suitcases of stuff, and I got there and I just got sick of sweating all day, every day, I would have just picked up and gone someplace else. If you can move, listen, this might sound surprising from two women who sound very responsible and organized, but you can move to a place you've not been to before, as long as you're okay with then picking up and moving again if you don't like it. What you don't want to do is have a house full of things there and no what you don't want is a house full of things there, or own a home there, right? Be tied to a place, because you'd be surprised how many Americans go and buy a home before they've lived. It's not a good idea. If you can get there and see if you like it and spend some time there and then say, you know what, this one wasn't for me, but I heard this city, I heard about this place, and you pick up and go, you can do that.
Mm-hmm. Now, looky here. Yes, Rachel Rogers is our keynote speaker. Come on through. Right? She knows a little something about money.
Yes, she does.
Since she just moved her family to Lisbon.
Yes. Rachel Rogers has made it her mission to close that wealth gap for for people, including Black women. She knows how to help you make money. And also, she understands the importance of taking your family to a place where you feel good, where you feel safe, where you feel happy to be there. ExodusSummit.com is where you get your tickets. And Friday, September 19th, 2025 is the last day for early bird pricing. Okay? On September 20th, all of the prices will be higher. That's how early bird works. Okay? All of the prices will be higher. Once it's September 20th in New York City, all of the prices are higher.
I want to talk right now about why we keep Exodus Summit a safe space. Because only a man would write this. First of all, did nobody ask you? We are talking to Black women. Ricardo.
It's probably even in the, oh, you know what? I didn't put it in the title this time. Maybe it's my fault today. I'll take some of the blame today because I always put Black women in the title of the videos, but I had to put families today.
Ricardo, no one asked you to move. Nobody here cares what you do, dog. So, it's cool. You would not leave. That's fine.
Do what you want.
As for me,
it's like saying, I hear what y'all said, but I don't believe you. Like, why would we're already gone? Rashida told you she's lived in Mexico City for 6 years. Okay. I left the United States in 2015. This is the first place I've lived. I've been bopping around the world. We know. And we got 26,000 women in our community. So whatever. I don't know why I'm talking to a man. I don't know what got into me just now. What was that?
Talking to you. Did nobody ask you? But you think your opinion is important. Well, no. Okay, so Black Cat Kyoto wants to know if refunds are available. You can get a refund on your ticket up until the day before the summit starts. So up until October 9th, if you change your mind. Once the summit starts, you can't get a refund because you will have already had access to all the information. So refunds are available, but if you're not sure if you want a ticket, it's better just to wait. Why buy it and then have to wait to get your money back?
That's right. Chosen Light, thank you for asking this question. Is Africa okay to relocate to? Rashida and I just posted a video on this very channel on countries for something about best countries for Black families in 2025. Watch that video. So yes, the answer is yes.
Mhm.
We women in our community love them some East Africa. They love them some Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda. They love it there. Watch the full video though. Best Countries for Black Families 2025. It's already linked in the description of this video. But we talk a little bit about why, right? We talk a little bit about what they love about their lives there. And then there are a few other videos here on this channel that you'll see on this channel and then on Rashida's and my individual channels that you'll see about Black women talking about the places that they love to be in.
I want to double back because we got distracted. A man distracted us.
He did.
But my point when I put his comment on the screen was that Exodus Summit is a place for Black women only.
Yes.
You can have a family. Don't bring your man who's going to show up and make comments like this, please. I beg of you. The last time there was a man in a live session of Exodus Summit, he was politely asked to leave by multiple voices because he was doing the thing Ricardo just did of telling people, yeah, you have this experience, but I know you're wrong because blah, blah. Because I heard, I heard on a podcast, but this. So your experience, and the ladies of Exodus Summit were like, it would be awesome if you got the hell up out of here. It's a safe space for Black women to come and grow and share and be in community with each other. And that's why we keep it to Black women only.
That's right.
Right? No one's going to, as a Black woman, no one's going to love you like another Black woman. It's just not going to happen in this lifetime. No one's going to support you and cheer for you like another Black woman. And that's why we ensure that it is a safe space for Black women. Ain't no Ricardos up there, right? No producers dancing in the video. Absolutely not. Y'all got to go, right? Black women only.
That's right.
The team, the working team is Black women. The speakers are Black women. The attendees are Black women. This is a Black ass female event. Love it. We want it. It's what we do. We want you to be there with us. Thank you.
Thank you. Online, October 10th through 13th, 2025. Okay. Tickets are at exodussummit.com. If you've not been in community with only Black women before, man, you're in for an amazing, amazing experience. The Exodus is our 6th year hosting this conference. That's how we know. That's how we know what happens.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Have we covered it?
I feel like we did. Okay. And Rashida and I got to live our lives. Listen, I got a dentist appointment, which is probably going to cost me a couple $3, $4. I got a $3 dentist appointment. I don't know. It's part of, I'm getting my Maryland bridge, which is $550 US for my Maryland bridge. So I got to go to my dentist appointment. And what do you have happening today, Rashida?
My masseuse is coming to give me a massage in about 30 minutes. In home.
Do you want to tell us the price?
90 minutes. I can't remember the price, but I know it's less than $60. It might be I think it might be $60 with the tip for a 90-minute in-home massage. She shows up at my front door. I open the door. I get naked, and I climb on the table. She brings the table and everything. So that's Ricardo's not getting that. He's not getting that in the US. Good luck, Ricardo.
That's how we live in, Ricardo. Okay, that's how we live in. Black women and your families, we want that for you. Okay, we want that for you. So join us, exodussummit.com. Links are in the description of this video. Go ahead, even if you're watching this on TV, pick up your phone, go ahead and look at the description of this video. All of the resources that we've mentioned, including the Exodus Summit community and the Exodus Summit, the actual online conference. All of those are linked in the description of this video. And also the video about the countries for Black families. Okay, yes. Friends?
All right, friends. Don't forget. So we really try to reinforce that today is the last day because the last day to get the discount ticket because we don't want you paying more than you have to. If you don't hear about it until tomorrow, you only have the option to pay what the price is, right? But if you heard about it today and there's any chance of you doing it today, we want you to do it today so that you're not paying more for the same thing. You don't get more when you pay more here. It's the same thing. The price just goes up.
Price goes up.
right?
Also, yeah, and we appreciate those of you who bought your early bird tickets without even knowing any speakers. Okay, thanks for that. That's and it shows how wonderful our speakers have been in the past and how giving and how helpful Exodus Summit sessions have a reputation of being. We appreciate you all.
Yes.
Okay.
On that note, Michelle says, people will be in Stephanie's live tomorrow. Like, wait, I didn't know. Yes.
In the inbox, they're gonna email us every year.
I want to get yesterday's price. Its system does not work like that. It does not work like that. So we hope you. There is a way to donate money for women who can't afford tickets. When you go to buy your tickets, if you would like to do that, lovely. We will be giving away tickets in the future. Do not ask for a ticket yet. If you want to get a ticket, hold, please, right? We will let you know when it's time to send us a little message if you want a ticket. The little message is not a sob story. It is not all the hardships of your life. But we'll give you more details later. Okay? All right. Carol wants to know if you'll still be on tomorrow. Are you on tomorrow? What are you talking about?
I have a guest who I believe, I don't know what I'm talking. Yes, live 10 a.m. Eastern time on my YouTube channel, which is Stephanie Perry. My guest and I have been missing each other. So honestly, I'm not sure what I'm talking about.
Okay.
And what about you for Sunday?
What is Sunday? This is
Same.
Friday.
Okay.
This is Friday. Baby girl, what are you talking about?
Rashida's channel is Rashida on YouTube. Listen, y'all don't know how jealous I am. Her channel is Rashida on YouTube, live Sunday, 11 a.m. Eastern time. Okay. We don't know what we're talking about. Okay. we might be each other's guests. I don't know yet.
We might be. I don't know.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Bye.
Bye.